Hello everyone, welcome back to Soul Path Guided Tarot. Today we're going to do a pick a card. It was a suggestion in the comment section, so I thought we would go ahead and do that. It's going to be, what is the next chapter in your life's journey going to be like? So what blessings, what can we expect, what's going to change, the unexpected, how are we going to go forward? So some of those things will come up today. So you're going to have a choice between 3 different groups. But first, before we do that, to my subscribers, I want to say thank you so much for your love and support, not only to me, but to each other in this community. Whether it's someone who is struggling and leaves some of the challenges that they're going through on the comment section, or when someone wins the monthly free reading. There's so many beautiful, supportive, caring souls in this community. So I'm really appreciative of each and every one of you. To everyone who's booking a reading, thank you. I very much appreciate that, along with your referrals. That's amazing. And to those who leave the donations in the little donation button on the heart, thank you so much. I always appreciate every single one of those. All right, so let's go ahead and get started today. We have a choice of 3 different groups. So I chose these based on the image. You can see what the card represents, but it was based solely on the image. So I chose this because of the skull. If you study or you follow esoterica, you know the power of the crystal skull. It's quite amazing. If you look back in ancient times, Master of Crystals, that would be the King of Pentacles. This is solar deity, so this would be the sun in regular tarot. This is a Pegasus with the sun. Beautiful image. And I love this image. This is this beautiful image of the Chariot. Really pretty. All right, so you have 3 choices. 1, the skull. 2, the sun with the Pegasus. Or 3, the Chariot with the 5 horses. And many of you know what the number 5 represents, about overcoming and succeeding and winning and victory. So I love anything that is about overcoming challenges and obstacles, okay? Anyway, so please take a moment. Close your eyes if you feel inclined. Take a couple of deep breaths deep into your belly. Expand your belly. And let that out slowly through your mouth this time. And choose 1, 2, or 3. And we'll get started. Hello, Group 1. You chose the crystal skull. If you're really into skulls or crystals, I would encourage you to look up the meaning behind the crystal skulls. It's really quite amazing. Predates Mayan times. It's really remarkable. So if you're inclined, check that out. All right, so let's start with, sorry about that. Let's start with some tarot today. All right, angel spirits and guides. Group 1, what's the next chapter of her life going to be about? We'll pull a few of these and get started. Okay, so we've got the Hermit, Virgo energy. Oh, the sun coming up. Look at that, Leo energy. So 2 major arcana right from the start. Big changes. 4 of Pentacles, yep. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. So the crystals in this deck is about Pentacles, and then you've got Pentacles showing up here. Let's pull one more. The Star. Oh my gosh, look at the major arcana, Group 1. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Swords. All right, so look at this. We've got the Hermit, Virgo energy, the Sun, Leo energy, and the Star, Aquarian energy. So you may have placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and even some of you from Mars with one of these signs or a combination of these signs. So this shows me right from the start that there has been some things that have had to be healed and some things that had to be released and some new ways of kind of seeing yourself and the things that have happened to you. And instead of you living this way, which is this kind of contracted, I'm worried that something else is going to happen to me. I have to hold on tight to whatever money I have, whatever relationship I have, whatever things that are important to me, my family, my job. You're holding on, or you've been holding on really tight to something because there's some kind of fear about losing it, about it being taken away from you, about having to hold on to what little you have left. For some of you, it's your dignity, it's your pride, it's your self-worth. For some of you, it is about money, career, job, the physical, right? Because the pentacles represent that. But this is showing, and it's so, Spirit never disappoints, because when I pick a card or I shuffle for a main theme card, the cards always come out to represent that. So the next phase of your life is going to be a continuation of you starting to change your perception, and you're okay spending some time reflecting. You're okay, which has always been kind of uncomfortable. And that is uncomfortable, right? If we have to dig into the shadow work, some of the things we don't want to face, that can be uncomfortable. If we have to face people or situations and we kind of avoid conflict just to keep the peace, because you're not a person who likes to argue, because some of you are surrounded by people who, you try to have a normal conversation with someone and they just go off and it turns into, a screaming match, or somebody is crying. So you're kind of coming into your own a little bit, feeling a little bit more confident in yourself, because you've got the sun here, which is showing you looking at things with fresh eyes, youthful eyes, the possibilities. I'm going to be courageous, because the sun is Leo and Leo's about courageous. I'm going to have confidence in myself. I have really dug deep and looked at some of the things that made me who I am today, and some of the people. I've looked into it enough to understand I know who I am. There's no judgment here at all. This was right or wrong. There's none of that, good or bad. It's just I know who I am, and I'm going to come out going forward in this next phase of my life as a confident, courageous person who's willing to take some chances, right? Because there's been so much growth. When you get the Hermit and you get the Star, there's so much growth that has taken place here that your level of the way this is the pool of consciousness in the tarot, okay? So your level of consciousness is so different that it opens you up for things that you haven't seen before, because you have healed, you have emerged. Okay, so they're showing me Jupiter energy, so the symbol for Jupiter. So that is a transition that has taken place, a metamorphosis, from the caterpillar to the butterfly. Some of you see a lot of butterflies. Some of you are big stargazers, and you ask, the universe at night, what's next for me? How do I go forward? Can you help me? Can you support me? Can you continue to help me heal? Can you help me find my way? And for some of you, it is about making that material world that much better. So look at the synchronicity here. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is, there is going to be something in the energy that changes to support you, to favor you in a way to help you improve your material life. Okay, that's what we live in and deal with every day. Some of you are going to see material world a little differently. The things that you thought were so necessary, so important to feel abundant, to feel secure, that's going to change a little bit. It's not that you're going to go live in a hut somewhere off grid, which, if you do, there's plenty of days where I think I'd like to do that as well. But this is about having the ability to take care of yourself in this world without a lot of fear of what's next, or I'm going to lose it, or I have to hold on to it, or everyone's trying to take it from me. And again, we've got the King of Pentacles, this beautiful skull here. So just amazing, really, really amazing movement towards this next chapter in your life's journey, where there's some freedom, there's some relief, there's a little bit of breathing room for you, right? And you've got at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Two of Swords here, and that represents facing your fears, right? The moon is here. She's blindfolded. She's feeling into what's right. Now, this is air energy, of course, but it's quieting the mind, closing the eyes. You have no choice but to just feel into it, right? To quiet the mind, to stop thinking so much, and to make a choice there are unknowns, there are uncertainties, but because of what's changing for you personally, within you, in your energy, it's going to be very easy for you to make this movement, this decision to continue on this energetic frequency and move into this beautiful energy of, for many of you, it's improvement in your overall day-to-day living. Okay, for many of you, it's just you have finally healed enough to allow yourself to be loved, cared for, nurtured, not only by others, but by yourself. So the sun is all about that solar plexus energy. I feel worthy. I feel enough. I feel confident. Okay, so that's really beautiful energy. All right, let's see what else do we have. Really powerful. All right. Yeah, appreciation, 5th house. So this is Leo energy coming through once again. And appreciation for the romances that come into your life, the love that you feel for yourself, for others, the new way that you feel confident in creating a different experience for yourself, a different life for yourself. And for a lot of you, it's going to be being courageous enough to express yourself in that true manner of who you really are. For a lot of you, it's going to be about feeling confident enough just to be yourself, okay? Maybe for some of you, that's finding out who you really are, and that's why you've got the Hermit and the Star here, because this is movement into something where you have healed, so now you can go into something so expansive, so beautiful, right? And then you have patience. And remember I said they were showing me the symbol for Jupiter before, and here it is. So this is that Jupiter energy about taking steps forward for growth. Is it a little scary? Sometimes it is, because we like to know the outcome and the answers, because we can avoid disappointment, we can avoid pitfalls, we can avoid relationships that don't work out, but that's not why we're here. Okay, that's why it's called the life's journey, the life's path. It's things that we need to experience. So some of you, this is very much Virgo energy coming through 6th house. So this is about your work habits. Are you going to change those habits? Maybe it's about your everyday habits. How do you see yourself when you wake up in the morning? What's the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning? What's the last thing you think about when you go to bed at night? Is it positive? Is there a little bit of gratitude in there? Are you realizing that major shifts like this take time? Can you be patient? All right, let's see what else we have. And then you have 54, the crossing. So this is a beautiful card. And this card is all about honoring and respecting this transition that you're going to go through. So it's time to say goodbye to kind of the old way of doing things, right? Maybe you used to navigate through things waiting for that next shoe to fall off, that next thing, a lot of crying, a lot of what's going to happen next, right? So saying goodbye to that, because that does kind of bring more of that energy to you. So there is going to be a change for you in that. And when we see this, normally if you saw this in reality, you'd say, I'm not crossing that. That's too scary, right? Look at the drop, look at the space. It could easily fall off. It's too unstable. I don't know about it. I don't know enough about it, but Spirit is saying, don't be afraid at this time. You've come to the edge because now you're ready, right? Look at the cards you have here. You're definitely ready. There'll be truth coming to you, but sometimes it comes to us in a little slower manner than we want. So that's where we have the patience card here. Angel, spirits, and guides. Group 1, please. Angel, spirits, and guides. And you have delight. So you're going to find a lot of blessings, a lot of happiness, things that you enjoy. Sometimes it's going to be some of the simpler things in life, some of the things that we used to not even notice before. Because when you get this Hermit card, it does really change the way you see many things in life. And then you get this Star card, which shows that, it's about increasing your level of awareness and consciousness. So of course, many of the things that we used to take for granted, we're not going to do that anymore. And then you have number 7, be spirit, sweet results await. So in this next chapter of your life journey, you're going to have a lot of blessings. the things that make you feel happy. The inner workings are all going to come together. You see how this bee has, I don't know if you can see this, has all these little wheels and inner workings. That's everything working together so that you end up with something that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel lucky, that makes you feel blessed, that makes you feel worthy, that makes you feel like you're on the right track. And then you have 24, electric eel, bring your ideas to life. So this is reducing to 6. This is 7, so synchronicities in the numbers, 6 and 7 from spirit. Bring your ideas to life. Be brave enough to believe in yourself, to bring what you want to experience into your life by making choices, by taking action, right? By crossing that sometimes scary bridge, knowing that this is like this amazing portal that you can walk through, where on the other side, the sweet results await you with a lot of, financial and material gain, but also really looking at things differently, because there's a lot of healing that's taken place here. Oh my gosh, look what flipped out. Healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. Yeah, a lot of healing that takes place here. And it can be healing from relationships. It can be healing from what you experienced as a child. It can be healing from some of those, things that you thought about yourself that you started to realize none of this is who I am. This was all things that I picked up along my journey in life. These are all things that people projected upon me. This isn't who I am. I live in an area of the world that is a bit oppressive to certain types of people, to certain genders, to certain people who want to try different things. And you're going to be a lot braver and trust yourself and believe in yourself. Oh my gosh, you guys. Healing. This just flipped out. The healing of the mind, body, and soul. Okay, so some of you, and here we have 5-5, some of you really are healing the past. Some of you are really crossing that bridge from the past to the future, crossing that bridge from turmoil, trauma, sadness, difficulties, disappointment into something that is really going to make your life much happier, much more blessed. Just a freedom, a sense of peace. There's so much self-love coming in with all this bright yellow around you. It's really amazing how these cards keep flipping out. Because, I don't pick the cards. They flip out on their own. Amazing. All right, angel spirits and guides. What else? Younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So maybe you'll befriend a younger woman. Maybe you'll meet a younger woman. Maybe you'll have a relationship with a younger woman. Maybe this younger woman's going to be someone who really helps you see things differently. Maybe it's a healer that you work with, an energy healer. Maybe it's somebody that you partner up with. Hills, obstacles to overcome. Oh my gosh. So I said that 55, that's about obstacles, and you have obstacles to overcome. So healing the past, healing the obstacles, moving into something that is going to bring a lot of prosperity and abundance. And that's not just about money, okay? It's about a lot of different things. It's about the peace, the joy, the happiness, the self-love, the healing that we do. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Yeah, this is that journey for you. A lot of wisdom will be gained. A lot of positive momentum will occur because of what you've learned and what you've healed. And then on the bottom of the deck, you have money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So for some of you, this does have to do with, as I said before, we have a lot of pentacles here. So improving your financial situation. So the next chapter in your life, what can you expect on your life's journey, is obviously healing of the past, because it's come up multiple times. Overcoming the obstacles of the past. Transitioning into something that's empowering, that's blessed, that's healed, that's progressive, that's transformative, okay? All right, so that's what I have for you. If something resonates, some aspect, some part, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away a free reading. They're 45 to 60 minutes long. I pull a name at random every new moon. If you're interested, please make sure you're subscribed. And then in the comment section, just write I enter. I randomly choose the name. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hello, group 2. This is your choice. This is a beautiful image. Solar deity. You can see the Pegasus and the sun. Beautiful. Maybe you're Leo. Maybe you've got some dominant Leo placement. All right, so we'll start with tarot. Everything's pre-shuffled. And then we'll move into your oracle. Angels, spirits, and guides. Group 2. What is the next journey of their chapter in their life journey? What is group 2's next chapter in the life journey? 10 of Wands in reverse. Love that for you guys. Princess of Swords. The Empress. All right, let's see where this is going. Angels, spirits, and guides. Yeah. 4 of Swords. Let's get one more. Angels, spirits, and guides. Group 2, please. What is the next chapter in their life journey? And we have the Hangman in reverse. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So group 2, those of you who chose the Sun. So out of all these cards, right away, the first thing I want to point out to you is that you have the 10 of Wands, but you have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So the 10 of Wands is about just being at your wit's end. Things have been so incredibly challenging and difficult. It's about being tired. It's about sometimes being oppressed by others, right? It's just, there's a lot of duality, duplicity, sneakiness. I mean, you can see if I flip this over, you know, it's like the tower is over here, right? And you can just see there's all this red and blood and everything. And it's just been, this has been a difficult phase of life, or for many years your life has been difficult, but look at what we have here. We have it in reverse. So that's beautiful. That says for you, pile 2, and this makes perfect sense with the glorious sun here, which is about blessings, abundance, creation, expansion, growth, courage, tenacity, confidence, right? So this is in reverse. Perfect synchronicity always is with spirit. So I love to see that. What you've had to do is deal with a couple of things here. First of all, you have, let's talk about this. You have the Hangman, right? But you have the Hangman in reverse along with the 4 of Swords. So let's talk about the Hangman first. Okay, so the Hangman is about, it's ruled by Neptune, and it can have a lot to do about following your dreams, okay? So a lot of you haven't been able to follow your dreams. Why? Because you've been suffering through a lot of stress and trauma, disappointment, just difficulties in your life. You've had to sacrifice, and you've been through a lot of different ordeals where, you know, either you were put last, you were put on the back burner, you weren't someone who was allowed to follow your own dreams or believe in yourself. You weren't encouraged by people who should have kind of rallied around you. And so this is like a lot of difficulty, okay? But what is great is that it's in reverse for you, okay? So that is moving out of that energy, because we have here the 4 of Swords and the Princess of Swords. So this is air energy coming in about healing from all of this. Okay, there's a lot of healing going on. So the healing message came through for you, but this is because it's not only for, you know, many of you in this group watching this, that there's healing that's required, but the collective humanity, Gaia, there's a huge healing process going forth, okay? When there's growth, when there's transformation, when there's ascension, there's a lot of healing, there's a lot of shadow, there's a lot of things that are unearthed, okay? So the fact that you got that just shows that, you know, you are like so many others in the collective where there's just a lot to recover from. But the energy, and you have the sun here, is supportive of not only bouncing back, but as a greater, better version of yourself, okay? So that's what you can expect in this next phase of your life journey, where it is going to take some time to do some healing, right? That is what it's all about. It's about having the patience and giving yourself the patience and the latitude to take care of yourself, to take self-care as a primary role of responsibility for yourself. Okay. If we are drained, if our energy has been drained for years by others, or if we have been drained because we didn't have great boundaries, so, people were always taking from us, we're empty. We can't make our life better when we're empty. We can't make the lives of the people that we interact with and we love with better when we're empty. So there's healing that's going to take place here over time. And that doesn't mean that you cannot continue to progress to the amazing beauty of the sun and this amazing energy of the Empress. I love that the energy of the Empress is here for you. This is the most important card right here for you today. This is Venus energy, glorious Venus, restoration of balance, harmony, coherence. Look at all the red, completely grounded, completely centered and grounded. Look at all the yellow, so much self-confidence and self-worth, so much determination. And the Empress is always creating. There's always more to do. There's always more to give. There's always more to receive, right? It's that ultimate divine feminine energy that we all have within us. So that's beautiful. You are going to see it and experience it in unexpected ways. There's going to be information. There's going to be a little, tap. There's going to be signs and synchronicities. Spirit is asking you to really open up to this Princess of Swords. Be open to whatever can come to you. And don't be worried about when is it going to come, how's it going to come. Just trust that it's going to come to you, okay? These cards are very transformative. They're really, really positive, okay? And of course, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So for those of you who really need some help in this 3D material world, buying a house, finding a place to live, getting your feet back on the ground, paying off your bills, just making your life better, supporting your family, getting out of poverty, being the first to break that kind of poverty or struggle story in your lineage, okay? Moving into the beauty and abundance of the Empress and the Sun. So I love that. All right, Angel Spirits and Guides, what do we have for group 2? What's the next chapter in their life journey, please? And you have empathy. So this is Pisces energy coming in, and this has to do with the 12th house. So the 12th house is ruled by Jupiter and Uranus, and it has to do with endings and healings and closures. So, remember I said look for the signs and synchronicities. It's like a little bird is gonna, whisper in your ear, the angels, guides, spirit. You might get something from your animal totem. Your animal spirit might be a dog or a wolf or a fox, or you might just have the ability to kind of sense messages that you witness through instincts in animals, okay? Because sometimes when we watch animals, the aha goes off, right? This is about staying with people who are loyal to you, and those who are not, that's where the ending's going to take place, okay? This is about ending karmic relationships or karmic cycles that were limiting, that were problematic. This is about releasing yourself from subconscious limiting beliefs or behaviors or patterns, okay? Love this card for you. Angel, spirits, and guides, what else do we have? And the empathy, that can be for yourself, right? Some of you are just way too hard on yourself. You really need to have some empathy for yourself. Okay, and then look at this. You have 15, Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. Okay, so when we move into something better, when we've been stuck, the Hangman, the Ten of Wands, when we've had to spend a lot of time healing, we come out and we disrupt everything a little bit, right? There's chaos, but guess what? There's healing in chaos. There's closure in chaos. There's new beginning in chaos. And it's kind of like, this dust storm comes through to disrupt the old that wasn't serving you. It comes forth to say, trust in this new process. We're going to move you out of this stagnation. Embrace the chaos a little bit, okay? Trust that there's something that's going to come out of this that's going to be cohesive for you in the end, okay? It's going to bring you happiness. You have to realize that when we make changes on our journey like this, sometimes it gets a little messy, but it doesn't have to be detrimental. It doesn't have to represent failure. It doesn't have to represent stagnation, okay? It can represent something new, okay? Something exuberant, something wild, something worth discovering. New wisdom is waiting for you. New information waiting to integrate into you, into your energetic field about what's next for you, about all this positivity coming to you. All right, group 2. Ooh, look what that flipped out immediately. Abundance. First thing that flipped out. Yeah, so for many of you, it's abundance of what? What is that thing you're seeking for? Maybe it is money. Maybe it's seeing yourself in an empowered way, believing in yourself, surrounding yourself with people who are going to support you going forward. Maybe it's about making a name for yourself and coming out of your shell a little bit with the sun here. Maybe it's about creating your own life on your own, free of other people telling you how to do it, if it's acceptable, if it's all right, if you're good enough, right? It's about having a tremendous amount of self-worth, self-love, self-confidence. And when we have those things, we can create for the material world as well, right? This one fell on the floor. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. Number 50. Absolutely. Overcoming obstacles. That's what this is about. 10 of Swords in reverse. Overcoming obstacles. Hangman, reverse. Overcoming obstacles. 4 of Swords. Healing. Overcoming obstacles. So really beautiful energy. Once again, Spirit is coming in saying as you go forward, you're going to be able to overcome the obstacles that come your way without, I know that many people, when we have, one thing after another, it's like, I can't take anymore. We kind of crumble and fall to our knees, and we just think we can't get up again and we can't do it. And then we get in those patterns, and it's so hard to get out of that. I know that firsthand. But if we can trust that with every step in this journey, we're stronger, we're better, we've learned more, we're wiser, okay? We have a keener sense of discernment with the people we interact with and the situations we get into. And then you have embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart, and she's just walking through that door. Long journey, uncertain, there's no signs directing her. That's a little bit of that chaos, right? Moving us out of that stagnation, but trusting that process, especially when you've got, the Empress here and the Ace of Pentacles. And then the other card that flipped out is emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. Yeah, when we open and have that trusting sense of, I trust that I'm on the right path. I trust that Spirit will guide me. I trust that I'm being supported. I thank you, universe. I have some gratitude. We move into a state of grace, and that is a state of flow, right? Look at all the flow and look at the abundance. And she's got this emergence of the lotus. So that's about going with the flow of the universe. That's about embracing the future. All right, angel spirits and guides. What else do we have for group 2? Self-confidence. We just talked about that. Amazing. Strong self-belief and a sense of self-worth. Yeah. And what I love about this is that we've been talking about this, and this is so in alignment with the 10 of Wands being in reverse, the Hangman being in reverse, and the 4 of Swords. You are restoring yourself. So much of the abundance, much of the gifts, much of the expansion, much of the blessing, much of the emerging into grace is about you overcoming that lack of self-confidence, okay? Because that is a big part of the struggles that we face in life. I know for me personally, that has always been a huge issue because I was raised in a very disempowering, volatile way. So self-confidence was one of those things I've struggled with my whole life. So every time we can make a step towards that, into having more self-confidence and trusting ourselves and the universe, things seem to kind of fall into place better and better all the time. Bell, announcement. So some of you can expect some kind of an announcement. I said be open to information that's going to come through. The Princess of Swords. That can be an announcement, a communication, an email, a phone call, a DM, someone reaching out. This could be something that you see like on an infomercial or something, and it just resonates with you as like, oh, I've always wanted to study that. I've always wanted to learn that. I've always wanted to try that. So, I said your messages and signs and synchronicities are going to come in a lot of different ways. So be open. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Look at that. That is perfect with this 10 of Wands, overcoming obstacles, all the healing that's necessary here. And then mountain, major challenge to overcome, and you have overcome any obstacle. So this is you overcoming the challenges, overcoming the obstacles, overcoming not believing in yourself enough, overcoming the situations where you are lacking, whether it be financially or in any way that makes you feel abundant and loved and happy and successful in this life. That is a word that is different for every one of us, but whatever that means to you, that is a shift that's happening for you. That is a change, moving out of that stagnation into the sun. All right, so that's what I have for you. If something resonates, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away free reading. They're 45 to 60 minutes. If you're interested, please hit subscribe and write I enter. I'll add your name to the list of random names of which I choose the winner from every new moon. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hello, group 3. This is your card. Really beautiful image, the Chariot. Maybe the number 5, there's 5 horses here, means something to you. Maybe you're really trying to move on from some challenges and difficulties, as 5 is about overcoming obstacles and challenges. Maybe you're Cancer. Chariot represents Cancer. Okay. Maybe the number 7 is important to you. That's the number for the Chariot. All right, let's see what's going on for you. Group 3, what is the next chapter of your life's journey? King of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands. Okay. And Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, so definitely group 3. Part of your, okay, so Spirit never ceases to amaze me. So, of course, the Chariot's about movement. The Chariot's about victory. The Chariot's about moving on, moving towards something better, leaving behind something that wasn't really for your highest and greatest good. That is why your soul is here, okay? Your higher self always has the intention that you follow the journey of life that's for your highest and greatest good, based on what you wanted to experience when you incarnated here, okay? So this is for you. There's going to be some big changes. For some of you, it's going to come in small steps, but for others of you, it's going to be a big change. You're getting like taken out of some really dark, dense, negative energy, experiences. I just heard the word protocols, which is really weird. So to me, protocol is like, it's always the same thing. It's like A to B, B to C, C to D, and it always looks the same. So there's going to be a change in that, okay? A change in the mundane is what I heard. So this is what you're going to transition out of. Right away, Spirit's coming in and saying, we're making a big change. Ace of Wands. It's time to disrupt things. So some of you may have had a tower moment. Some of you may have had like what I call like a smaller tower moment or an epiphany where your life has been disrupted because you were in this state where you were very oppressed, very suppressed, very down on yourself because of other things that people have done or said. You had people around you who didn't support you. They leaned on you too much. They expected you to do it all. They expected you to be on your own. They expected you to give but not, receive in return. This was a lot of one-sided relationships, jobs that sucked the life out of you, that promised you X, Y, and Z, and it never happened. But just a whole host of disempowering situations that just suck the life force energy out of you, okay? And Spirit coming in with this Ace of Wands saying, we're going to make a big shift here. We're going to inspire you. We're going to fire you up. We're going to help you. What is it that you want to achieve? What's important to you? We're going to move you on that path. We're going to show you the way. We're going to help you along the way. And it's going to be something that's going to require you to do some work. And maybe you're going to embody this King of Swords. You're going to be a lot more discerning. You're going to be logical. You're going to kind of think your way through it. You're going to have done a little bit more schooling, and it doesn't mean professionally, like going to school or college or something like that. It just means you're going to learn a lot more about whatever it is. Maybe it's a self-empowerment class. Maybe it's a partnering with a group of a community about, just things that help you see yourself for who you are. So it's about empowerment. It's about leaving behind this ability where people can walk all over you and step all over you. It's about putting up healthy boundaries, and even boundaries with yourself. So you're going to think differently about yourself. You're not going to get sucked into, they just showed me the devil, to that toxic energy. You're moving away from that. Okay. You're moving into something that's empowering with this Cancer energy. So getting away from clinging to the past, that codependency, issues with feminine energy that was very toxic, moving towards something that's going to give you a lot of stability. And so for some of you, it's going to be about home. So a new home, or getting a home, or feeling safe in a home. It's going to be about having children and starting a family. It's going to be about meeting that person who is on the same page with you about those things. But you're going to be in this work mode, okay? And it can be inner work, self-improvement work, making yourself happy work, or actually working towards something. But there's going to be a lot of logic and discernment, and you're going to be a little on guard is what I'm getting, but in a good way, in that you're not going to let people take advantage of you. And you're going to absolutely move into this independent energy that is someone who, look at all this yellow, self-worth, got it. Self-love, got it. Self-knowledge, got it. Comfort in your own skin, got it. So you then move into the ability to create what you want. And then when you're ready, when you feel like it, when you are ready to move into a relationship with someone, or you want to partner with someone, or you want to have a family with someone, creating that life that you really want, whether it's with someone else or just on your own, right? Because that is an independent energy. Okay. Look what just popped out. Leo, drama, 5th house. So leaving behind the drama, the trials, the tribulations, this 10 of Swords and 9 of Wands, that's a lot of drama. It's a lot of draining, okay? So, and it could have been around family. It could have been around a love affair. Could have been some kind of romance. Could have been over some business opportunity or disagreements, or people not trusting that you can be out on your own, or not trusting that you can make your own living, or not allowing you to express yourself. And it just created a lot of drama in your life. So this is about leaving behind the drama. This is about leaving behind the trauma. This is about healing from that, okay? Getting away from toxic people. I mentioned before, they showed me the devil. Okay, that's going to be really important for you. So Leo energy coming through here for you as well. And then the bottom of the deck is 1st house, Aries, Saturn, risk. So sometimes when we want to move out of something that's been the norm but toxic, we are a little afraid, because the unknown is scary, right? It's you've heard the phrase, the devil we know. We stay with the devil we know because what we don't know could be that much scarier. Well, sometimes we need to kind of believe in ourselves and really push ourselves a little bit, okay? So this is Aries energy. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is that masculine energy, asking you to take some action, to believe in yourself, to trust yourself, that you have the key to open the doors on this journey, with a lot of adjacent possibilities as to what can come next for you, what can be better for you. What else we have? What's next on the journey for pile 3, please? What's next in the life's journey? Closing door completion, another number 5. Wow. Okay. So definitely closing out the past of the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, something really beautiful and new. The universe is guiding you through it. closing out of the drama, take some risks. This is a door of completion. This is a door of surrendering to what's coming, to what's new. This is a door of overcoming obstacles, the number 5. Now, when I started with this card, I said in this card there's 5 horses. Maybe you like the number 5, maybe it means something to you. 5 is about overcoming obstacles and challenges, and then you get another 5 here and a 5 here. So when we see the number 555, that is a number that is about blessings coming our way, unknown gifts, okay? Positive outcomes in life. So this next phase of your life, you're really closing the door on this drama, on these toxic situations and people and scenarios, okay? Because it's been draining you. It's been extremely difficult. It's been very, very negative. And it's required you to have kind of search for some solitude. And this is where some of that healing is going to take place, okay? So that's removing yourself from the toxicity. It's removing yourself from the people who kind of keep you oppressed, okay? It's removing yourself from the situations that keep you from moving forward. You know, the Chariot's about victory and moving forward, right? The Ace of Wands is about a new beginning towards something that you're really inspired by, something that really gets you excited, something that makes you really interested. Okay, and then you have the water. Work with the element of water for healing and purification. Now, water, obviously, Cancer is a water sign, okay? Water is about healing your emotion, or is about your emotions. This card is water for healing and purification of your emotions, okay? Releasing those toxic emotions, releasing those self-limiting beliefs, loving yourself, caring for yourself, trusting yourself, okay? Being in flow with things that are for your highest and greatest good, not in resistance. Drama, that's resistance, okay? 10 of Swords, 9 of Wands, that's resistance. Angel, spirits, and guides. So really getting in touch with your emotions, embracing your emotions. For some of you, that's hard. I know for some of us that can be very difficult, especially when we've had to be kind of guarded because of the situations we've been exposed to or the relationships we've been in. And then you have making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. Yeah, this is you embodying who you are at the soul level, right? So closing the door on these toxic people and these situations that have made you question your worth, your value, you know, crummy relationships over and over again, people who are toxic that are drawn to you, they you know, create drama in your life. It's time to take some risks, step outside of the comfort zone of the box, okay? Be willing to do something that is for yourself. The number 1 is about the self. Okay. And then you have basket, recognition, reward for merit. So moving into something, and look at that basket, it's overflowing. So abundance, security, stability, sweetness of life. Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. That's nice. And camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. So look at, we talked about the number 5 and you get that. Persevere and you will overcome problems. And bottom of the deck, successfully overcoming a problem. Okay, so you guys are really gonna move into something where you are overcoming your problems. You're leaving a lot of the negativity and the toxicity behind in your external world as well as in your internal world. Moving into a space where you're self-empowered, abundant, very discerning, like you really step up your internal game, not your external game, like how you interact necessarily. I mean, that can be part of it, but like how you see yourself internally, because that internal world most definitely creates that outer world, okay? All right, so that's what I have for you. If something resonates or you like some aspect, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away a free reading. If you're interested, they're 45 to 60 minutes long. Just make sure that you're a subscriber, and in the comment section write I enter. Every new moon I pull a new winner every month. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste.